Hey everyone, my name is Pratyush, and through my critical study of graphical user interface designs and the user experience that are a result of this, I will display my analysis of how experience and interaction with the system result in a user journey. I've conducted this study through the Coles and Woolworths mobile applications. User Journey Task 1: Downloading, registering, and creating an account. This task will be consistent among all apps that require an account or involve purchasing items or require you to save your information. The steps include downloading the app, tapping register, inputting required information, and accepting the terms and conditions. User Journey Task 2: Selecting an item and adding it to cart, then checking out. This task will be different for every user as every user has different needs and requirements. Slight differences may also occur in the order of these processes between apps. For this task, the user finds the item, selects a quantity, adds to cart, selects a delivery method, pays, and then waits for the delivery or pickup time. The first user is Kashika Sarkar. She's 11 years old and was born and raised in Australia. She's in year 6 and regularly uses a computer. For the first task using the Coles app, she began by opening the App Store and searching for Coles. She downloaded the first option, which had the Coles logo. The opening page had a large red button which asked if she wanted to log in or sign up. She tapped it and then was prompted with a privacy request, which she accepted. She then filled in her email, after which she was asked to fill in her first and last name as well as provide a password. After submitting her info and accepting the terms and conditions, the app began loading and resulted in a successful completion notification. Kashika completed the task relatively fast, as all the required fields were pre-saved onto her phone, so it did it all in one go. Since it was all the correct info, no errors occurred and the account was made smoothly. For the second task, using the Woolworths app, she first tapped the magnifying glass icon to search for iced coffee. She then scrolled until she found the one she was looking for and tapped it. She then tapped Add and selected the quantity as 10. She then tapped this shopping trolley icon, after which she tapped Checkout, then selected Pickup. She then chose when her mother said she would go to the store and selected the correct timing, after which she paid. She managed to perform the task quickly and efficiently with minimal difficulty. Only issue she had was spelling coffee incorrectly. She then researched coffee with the correct spelling and then found what she was looking for. The second user is Kakoli Katania. She's 44 years old and is married with 2 kids. She was born and raised in India, has a master's in microbiology, and she uses her phone and laptop fairly often. For task 1 using the Coles app, Kakoli followed the same steps as Kashika. However, after manually filling in her information, she was met with a sign-up failure. She repeated the previous steps from 2, and this time after loading, she was met with a successful completion prompt. The overall directions to make an account were straightforward and easy to understand. However, they seemed to take longer than anticipated. When these tasks were completed and they resulted in an error, Kakoli was frustrated. If this mistake was corrected while she was still filling in her information, she wouldn't need to redo it all at the end. For the second task using the Woolworths app, she first tapped the magnifying glass icon to search for milk 3 liters. She then scrolled until she found Woolworths Drought Relief Full Cream Milk 3 liters and tapped it. She then searched bread Wonder White and scrolled until she found it and tapped it, adding it to cart. She repeated this for Woolworths 12 large free-range eggs and Smith's Original chips. Next, she went to checkout, after which she received a warning that said her subtotal was less than the required minimum of $30. She then decided to increase the quantity of each item in her cart. She then continued to pay after selecting her preferred timing for pickup. Kakoli efficiently completed this task with minimal effort. The only minor inconvenience was the minimum amount required for a pickup order. The first heuristic I chose was aesthetic and minimalist design. Coles provides a simplistic user-friendly interface with the use of only 4 colors: red for whenever something is selected, white as a background to highlight every other element on the app. All information and prices, however, are written in black, and everything that's meant to catch your eye is highlighted in yellow, similar to how on-sale items in Coles have a yellow sign that lists the new low price. Similar to Coles, Woolworths also utilized a minimalist aesthetic for the entire user interface design of their mobile app. The positioning of everything is optimal and clear, making it easy to use and understand. The colors used throughout the app include green, red, white, and black. Green as the highlighting color for selected categories and buttons, black for information, and white as a background to emphasize the clarity of all the other elements. Red is used for important details, making it easy for the user to notice something that might not otherwise be noticed. Red also acts as a highlighter for discounted products. The second heuristic I chose was the error recognition and recovery system. Both Coles and Woolworths utilize a similar system in informing the user that an error has occurred. Usually, a red highlighted box would appear around the area where something incorrect has occurred, under which it would ask to retry the attempted action or what to do to prevent this error from occurring. Besides this, both apps have a FAQ and feedback section, which users can easily access to receive answers or provide any feedback regarding their use of the application. For Woolworths, the overall layout and design of the application is efficient and easy to use, resulting in a clear mental model for the majority of the duration in which the app is being used. The holistic experience between using both apps would suggest that the overall interface of the Woolworths app is easier and more efficient to use as it utilizes more commonly known metaphors and its layout is more simple compared to the Coles application. For the Coles app, the overall design of the interface is minimalist and straightforward. Most task options are clear and simple to do. However, the lack of individual trolley icon makes it confusing and you don't know where to go after finding your items. In contrast to this, the button on each product, which displays the availability of a product in your chosen store as well as its aisle location, is ingenious and helpful. Thus, I believe there are aspects Coles could improve on to achieve a more clear mental model, despite having some unique characteristics of its own. Some issues I found with the Woolworths app was that there was no way of finding the location of a product in store and that the minimum limit for a pickup order seemed to be quite frustrating as $30 is quite high. For the Coles app, some issues I found included the lack of trolley icon and separate area for checking your cart was frustrating and confusing. Another issue was a lack of a separate section with categories so you can search by aisle. In conclusion, both applications have their positives and negatives and the different layouts which reflect different individuals' preferences.